Okay, guys, so for number one, I'm going to cover functions today. And it says, which mapping best represents y as a function of an x? So here I'm looking for a function. Okay, and I can easily see which one is a function if we do this method. Notice that on letter B, two lines are touching the 1.5. Here, two lines are touching the 4. And here, two lines are touching the 4 as well for letter D. Notice that on letter A, only one line is touching each of the x values. So that is why this is a function. This is not a function because you're touching 2 points. This is 2 or more. This is not a function because you're touching 2 lines or more. And this is not a function because you're touching 2. You're touching 2 lines, okay? There we go. So how does it work? What's another way of finding this out? Well, there are points, okay? Those are ordered pairs. And when you write them down in a table, you are easily able to see that none of the x's are repeating. For letter B, you have 0, 1.5, 1.5, and 2. So it's 0, 0, because it's the 1.5 with a 0, 1.5 with a 1, 2 with a 4. On the next one, you can see that it's 0 with a 4, 1 with a 5, but then you have 4 with a 4 and 4 with a 20. So notice that it repeats twice. The 4 repeats. Here, the 1.5 repeats. And on the last one, you have 4 with a 0, 4 with a 4, 5 with a 1, and 20 with a 4. So you are able to see that the 4 repeats. And that's why it's not your answer. Okay, so that's two ways of doing this. Okay, for number 4, since it's exactly the same way, 1 and 4, but now I'm looking for the one that it's not a function. Okay, so now I'm gonna choose the one that touches 2 or more lines. So you are able to see on number 4 which one is not a function. Okay, so here you have 1 and 2, 0 and 0, 1 and 4. Negative 1 and 2, 0 and 0, and 1 and 4. So this is a function because none of them are repeating. Negative 1 with a 0, 0 with a 0, and 1 with a 0. So look at your x's, they're not repeating, so that is a function. Here's negative 5 with a 2, negative 3 with a 0, and negative 1 with a 4. So notice that the x's are not repeating. This is a function. And this one is not a function because it's touching 3 points. So it's 0 with a negative 1, 0 with a 0, and 0 with a 1. So the 0 repeats. And that should be your answer. Okay. For number 2 here. All right, for number 2 here, we are able to see the following, that it's talking about which one is not a function. And the tables are super easy because you're able to see right away. This is not a function because the 1 is repeating 3 times. This is a function because none of the x's are repeating. This is a function because none of the x's are repeating. And this is a function because none of the x's are repeating. The x values are not repeating. So you're able to see right away. And I'm going to go over number 3. It's asking which one is not a function. So I'm just going to look at the x values here. And notice that none of them are repeating, so that is a function. On the second one, I can see right away the -1 is repeating, so this is not a function. This one, none of them are repeating, so it is a function. And this one's, the 0 is repeating, so that's not a function. So you are able to see right away how these two are not a function. Okay. And then for number 4, on this one, we're going to be using the vertical line test. But first, I'm going to just highlight what they're giving us, okay? So this is the given line they're giving you. This is the shape they're giving you. This is the shape they're giving you. And this is the shape they're giving you. The line, I'm sorry, the line. Okay, so from here, I'm going to do the vertical line test. And what it means, the vertical line test, is to just draw a line over the graphed points that they're giving you. So you can just do it anywhere. So notice here that you'll be touching every single point if you do the vertical line test. Here you're touching 2 points, here you're just touching 1, and here you're touching 2. So the question is, which one is a function? So you can tell if here you're touching many points, then that's not a function. Here you're touching 2 points, it's not a function. Here you're touching 2 points, it's not a function. And this one, it is a function because you only touch 1 point. And that's basically what you need to know for this lesson.